Good morning, friends. Oh, yeah. I always come on here and fix my hair, don't I? How are you all? I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. My weekend was good. It was busy. And right away we start off with Levi's toys. Yeah. So, weekend was good. If you saw Saturday's video, we went to a massive Dollar Tree on Saturday. Yeah, it was huge. It's in an old 99-cent store. And if you know what those are, then you know those can be pretty big. So, I am on my second cup of coffee this morning already. I have a busy week ahead of me. This week and next week are going to be very busy. Yeah, we just have a lot going on. This week I'm going to be preparing for the start of back to school, which for us is, I think it's next Wednesday, the 20th. And then the 22nd, we have Mom's new doctor. And then the 24th, possibly visiting a new church. The 26th, providing everything goes good on the 24th, we will attend a worship night at this new church. So, and then this coming Saturday, we're meeting with a friend of mine. So I am super excited to be meeting up with her again. She's one of the gals from our fiber meetup that we did in San Luis Obispo a few months ago. And hopefully this week I will be able to spill the beans on what's coming up at the beginning of October. Yeah, so, yeah. So last week I told you I wanted to try something new with my channel. And what that was, you may or may not have noticed, I did a lot of shorter videos. My Monday video was pretty long and my Saturday video was long, which I don't always upload on a Saturday unless it's like last week where it's like a shop with me type thing or whatever. But most of my videos were shorter, and that seemed to work pretty well on all levels for me, for views, whatever. So I never did get my About Me page updated, but last week was just, it was crazy. And it was hot. Last week was so hot. My air conditioner just didn't want to keep up. But yeah, so overall I'm doing a little bit better than I was last week. This study on the book of Acts has really been helping me a lot. It's just about a 10-minute study per day, but just in that 10 minutes, I'm able to really dive deep into one chapter of Acts and just listen to what God and the Holy Spirit have to tell me. So it's been really good. It's been a really good week. And then down here, I have a Herrschners Haul. And let me just give you a little bit of a hint. I kind of went on a spending spree. Could I afford it? Absolutely not. Did I want it? Absolutely. Am I going to get to this year? Probably not. I told my son when I talked to him, because he called me last week, and that also helped me out tremendously too. He called and we talked for literally 2 hours, just catching up on everything on life and his job and things going on here. And it was just so wonderful to talk to him and catch up with him. And it sounds like he might be coming out to see us very soon, because he is homesick. So I'm excited about that. But, you know, like I told him, the one project that's in this box. I'm not going to rush through it. I bought it for me. It's probably going to take me a year or two to complete. I'm not going to lie. But that's okay. I'm okay with that. I have other things on my plate right now that I need to do. And speaking of shorter videos, I think I'm going to probably start doing that more, where there are not going to be a lot of face-to-face videos like right now, if you're okay with that. I'm going to have to just go with how my day-to-day is going. Because once the school year starts, everything's going to pick up big time. It's going to be a lot more hectic than it was last year. And that's because Levi is going to be full-on kindergarten this year and not TK, which is transitional kindergarten. So he's going to have a lot more structure. There's going to be a lot more work involved, a lot more one-on-one, a lot more just work himself that I'll have to sit back and observe. So, you know, that's just kind of how it goes when you're a homeschool mom. So if you've ever homeschooled, you know what I'm talking about. But because we are also homeschooling under a state-funded charter program, the state's homeschooling in general in the state of California is on the chopping block. It's been on the chopping block for quite some time. They're going to start cutting funding to a lot of the charter schools, which could really hurt the education of our children. Now, if you're not a homeschool parent, please don't come on here and give me a bunch of negative comments because I choose to homeschool my children. If you live in the area that we do, and if you're going through the situations that we are going through, you would understand why I choose to homeschool. We have a lot of factors as to why we homeschool. And no, it's not to shelter my kids, because my kids do get social interaction with other kids and stuff. That's why you go to parks. That's why you go on field trips. That's why you go to school events. That's why you go to church. You go to Sunday school. Anyways, let me get off my high horse on that one, because I have heard so much negative since I started homeschooling my kids, and it's beyond ridiculous how much crap I've been dealt. But anyways, let me go back to the good on all this. Last August, when I started TK with Levi, he couldn't read, couldn't barely count to 10. There was just so many things he could not do. And now, you tell him to go map you something on the map, he'll map you. He'll give you an entire travel route. You ask him to start reading sight words, he'll read you sight words. He will count to 200. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn. It's all about how the child learns. So that was the other thing I had to figure out last year with the homeschool, is I had to figure out how he worked, what was going to work best for him. So that was a lot of trial and error in the first, I'd say, 3 months of the school year last year. So now I know where we need to go, what we need, how we need to do this, do the learning plans every day. Yeah, so I know what I need to do for this year. So, Levi is down here playing with all my miniatures. I have a whole box of miniatures, and he just brought me a whole bag of all my different miniature toys. Well, they're not all of them, but it's just some of them. How about some triple treat box from Pizza Hut? I'll show you one more, and then I'm going to send him off to play so I can show you this box. Hershey's syrup. So, go play. Go play. Take these, please. So anyways, let's get into the Herrschners Haul. Today's going to be a longer video just because I do want to show you this today. I need to get this box out of here. It's in my way. Okay. What did they send me? They sent me a thing for Halloween. Not my thing. Well, I don't need that because that's already in my catalog I got in the mail. Herrschner's Worsted Family of Yarns catalog. So that's all their catalogs. That's really pretty. That is really pretty. I would make it shorter, but it's really pretty. Okay, and then this is my invoice. So I ordered four items. We won't say how much I spent, but I ordered four items from there. So this first item is, stop please. He just brought me some pastel pencils that are miniatures. That's not what I ordered from Herrschners. No more. Okay, so the first thing I ordered is this kit here. Let me take this out of here to show you without the glare. Can you see that okay? It is still in plastic, but I don't want to take it out. So this is the, I think these are the patterns. Yep, that is the pattern, okay, for the fungi friends. And it did come with, I don't know why it's got plastic canvas yarn in here, but I guess that's just what they had. So it came with all the yarns and everything. So there's that. It makes three little mushrooms. So each of these yarns, it looks like, are a light 3, 55% acrylic and 45% cotton. So this one is in the color sand. And these are the Miami yarns from Herrschners. And then we have burgundy, tangerine, and beeswax. And then also black and white for trim. So like for the spots and the facial features of each mushroom. So there's that. Oh boy. Okay, and then the second thing, I'm not going to take this out of here. Well, it's the Christmas Mushrooms tissue box cover. This is plastic canvas. And as you can see, it comes with the plastic canvas. Now, I have never done any of these things like this. So I don't know if this means, see, that's why I didn't want to open this. It rips the bag, but that's okay. We're going to just, we're going in. So yeah, as you can see in here is all the yarn for it. Sheet of plastic canvas. This has my instructions on how to do it. So yeah, this is going to take some practice because I've never done anything to this magnitude for plastic canvas. So again, it's that. These are some of the projects I said are going to take. Now, I'm so sorry, friends. Okay, and then the next one that I have here is also a plastic canvas kit. And it is these coffee mugs, hot cocoa, whatever. And there is instructions, there's yarn and all that. And again, this is going to take me time to figure out because it looks like you also have to cut each shape out individually after you make them. Wishful thinking that it was going to all be cut out for me, right? So there's that. Just put all this back in this box because this next one's going to be gigantic. Okay. And now this next one is my largest kit. This one is going to take me years to complete. I'm not going to lie. Here is all the yarn. Yeah. All the plastic canvas. And that is to make Frosty. And again, it looks like I'm going to have to... It looks like you do the pattern on the plastic canvas sheets and then you cut out all of his pieces. So it says it includes 7 mesh plastic canvas, premium quality. So 7 of the mesh plastic canvas sheets, which are these. And then it includes premium quality plastic canvas yarn, a tapestry needle, metal brads, rings for hanging, an easy to follow chart, and instructions. And then you can see, oh my gosh, this is heavy. The finished size down there. Yeah. This sucker is going to be huge. I don't know what I was thinking, friends. Oh, what was I thinking? Oh my gosh. This was totally an impulse purchase from Herrschners. Have you ever done anything like that? Where you just impulse purchase craft kits or yarn? I'm going to have to get a storage tote just for Frosty himself. Frosty's going to need his own storage box to keep all that yarn in. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I wasn't thinking. I don't know. All right, anyways, it doesn't matter. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to work on. I haven't done plastic canvas in, oh my gosh. I haven't done any plastic canvas projects in well over 5 years. It'll be fun though, right? It'll be a lot of fun. Says the one who's questioning their thoughts on purchasing this. Yeah. So I guess I'm going to be buying a box to put Frosty in. And then I'll get another box just to put the other 2 kits combined in. Because, well, I live in a very dusty area, so... Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, all right. I'm going to go. We're at 19 minutes. This is my long video for the week. I might have a shop with me video later this week. I'm not sure. We'll see. So, anyways, I'm going to go. I love you all. God loves you. Be kind to one another. And I'll see you later in the next video. Okay, friends? Bye.